Hello and welcome to my channel English Era. Today I have chosen a presentation on effective communication at workplace. And my agenda will be what is effective communication, what are effective communication skills, what are the barriers to communication in the workplace, 7 C's of workplace communication, and finally, tips to make communication effective. Let's get started. What is effective communication? Effective communication is a two-way process. It's a complementary process. By two-way process, I mean speaking and listening, the speaker and the listener involvement. And effective communication is possible when we have an effective speaker and a very patient, attentive listener. Effective communication skill is important for team building, diversity, and achievement of goals. What are effective communication skills? Remember, certain communication skills are tools that help avoid barriers for effective communication. So, effective communication skills serve as tools that help people globally to avoid barriers for effective communication. There are certain elements of effective communication skills. The first one is learn to listen, accuracy, think positive, stay calm and composed. Let us discuss them one by one. The first one is learn to listen. Maintain eye-to-eye contact. Maintenance of eye-to-eye contact is a must, is mandatory for learning to listen, being one of the elements of effective communication. We need to focus on the speaker. We need to show interest in the discussion. The next thing is think positive. For effective communication, we need to think positive. We must have a positive thinking because this will be important for our communication. So, maintain a positive attitude. A positive thinker views problems as challenges. He will never view problems as problems. He will view them as challenge. And remember, we have to master the challenge. We have to overcome the challenge instead of letting them master us, instead of letting them master you. The next thing is accuracy. In order to bring accuracy in communication at the workplace, we have to make notes of what we speak, or we can make notes on what we intend to speak. That will help you in accuracy. Stay focused. This will be a component to accuracy. The next thing is stay calm and composed. Very often we do not stay calm and composed. We get irritated. Staying phlegmatic will help you gain friends, and this will also help you to gain confidence. Staying phlegmatic will help you in many ways. We need to be composed, relaxed. We need to be patient while we speak. A phlegmatic person is ordered. He is careful. He does things in a careful way. He's very methodical. He's very methodical. We need to be methodical, ordered, and careful in our way of doing things. Let's move to the next thing. Barriers to communication in the workplace. There are certain barriers to communication in the workplace. They include cultural barriers, ineffective communication, KINESIC communication, emotional distraction, and personality barrier. Let's move. The first thing is cultural barriers. Cultural barriers make people have problems in their communication. A cultural barrier is a barrier between people belonging to different cultures and religions, and language for them becomes a problem. So we need to conduct differences. That will be possible only when we work on the development of effective communication. So next thing is ineffective communication. And ineffective communication is a lack of information which delays performing tasks. So over communication is communicating more than is required. So we have to avoid the lack of information which delays the performance of the tasks, and we do not have to over communicate. Next is KINESIC communication. A KINESIC communication is a non-linguistic body movement. A non-linguistic body movements such as we have blushes, shrugs, eye movements, gestures, or we have, for the sake of discussion, we'll say pose. Pose and deportment. Deportment is the way a person walks or a way a person stands. Wrong poses will send negative messages. So we have to mend our KINESIC communication because they send negative message. They can be positively or adversely affecting the relationship at a workplace, because KINESIC communication can positively or adversely affect relationships. So we need to understand and guard our own body language. Next thing is emotional distraction. Emotional distraction plays a big role in barriers. We have to avoid things that keep our mind out of focus. Next thing is personality barriers. There are certain barriers in communication because of your personality, because of your build. Sometimes a strained attitude of a leader or a person works very demotivating. So we need to avoid this barrier of the personality. That's a strained attitude. Some people get easily distracted because of their personality traits. So some people do not get ideas because of their personality traits. So we need to overcome all this. Next thing is the 7 C's of workplace communication. What are 7 C's? Let us move ahead. The first one is complete. Communication must be complete. Convey all facts, and conveying all facts will help in better decision making. For example, tomorrow we have a meeting. This is incomplete. Let's be complete. Tomorrow we have a meeting at 10 a.m. in the conference hall. Next thing is courtesy. It is the sender's expression. Message should be polite. Use terms showing respect. For example, John, Can you come? Instead of saying this, we can say politely, with courtesy, Mr. John, can you please come to my office immediately? Concise. Convey in least possible words and save time. For example, you say like this: we wish to let you know that we are pleased with your performance or arrival. Put it in concise. We are pleased with your performance. We are pleased with your arrival. Clear. Concentrate on a specific message. Clarity of thought, which improves the meaning of the message. So make understanding clear. For example, we invite all employees to join annual celebrations. All employees are requested to be ready to join to attend an annual celebration. So we can be very clear by saying simply, we invite all employees to join the annual celebrations. Next thing is, be correct. It implies no errors in communication. It boosts your level of confidence. It has an impact on readers, listeners, or the audience. For example, I am in well. I hope you are also in well. So simply be very correct. I am well. Hope you are also well. Next thing is consideration. Take audience into consideration when you speak, when you communicate. Consideration to the level of education, consideration to the level of understanding, consideration to the level of expertise of the audience or the readers. So relate to the group to which you are communicating. Last thing is creativity. Creativity is being innovative or creative in your use of words and expressions. The last thing, tips to effective communication or tips to make communication effective. The first thing is speak effectively. Communicate clearly and directly. Receivers should understand because you have to speak confidently. Then and only then the receiver will understand your message. Honesty. Honesty is the best policy. Communicate honestly. Communicate only the right information. Do not add pickles. Do not add pickles to what you exactly want to say, to what you exactly want to communicate. The next thing is control your anger. In the workplace, one of the tips to make your communication effective is to control your anger because we easily get angry. So, speak about results. Speak about improvements. Speak about solutions. Avoid pointing out others and control the problem and not the people. Next thing is multiple channels. Use multiple channels for communication. This is one of the tips of effective communication in the workplace or at the workplace. Use multiple channels, use emails, use both written and spoken communication. Because there are less chances of deformation of the content, especially when you put things in writing. For example, you send an email, okay, or you use any written communication. This is exact, perfect, and there are lesser chances of change or deformations. Next thing is face-to-face. Speak face-to-face with people. When you want to communicate a very important message, speak face-to-face. Do not speak on telephone, because you will not have the benefits of non-verbal communication. But when you speak face-to-face, you will have benefits of non-verbal communication. Next thing is, do not overcome. Express your opinion only. Do not overcome others. Do not boss over. Avoid disagreeing all the times. You have every right to disagree, but avoid disagreeing all the times. Let me conclude. Let us remember that effective communication is a two-way process. Avoid barriers For effective communication, let's follow 7 C's of workplace communication and let's speak confidently and honestly. Thank you very much and best of luck to you all. Please subscribe the channel and press the bell icon for latest updates.